So, here you are, wondering about the artistic abilities that might be hidden deep within you. Perhaps you're searching for a way to tap into that creative energy, to find the spark that makes your soul feel alive. But what if the answer has been with you all along, buried in the memories of your childhood? When we were children, creativity flowed effortlessly. We didn't worry about whether we were good enough or if what we were creating made sense. We just did it because it felt right, because it made us happy. That's the magic of childhood. There's a freedom in it that we often lose as we grow older. But that freedom, that joy in creating, might be exactly what you need to rediscover now. Think back to your childhood. What did you love to do? Were you the type of kid who spent hours drawing, getting lost in a world of colors and shapes? Or maybe you loved to sing, turning every moment into a mini concert? Perhaps you were always building things, using whatever materials you could find to create something new. These moments were more than just play. They were glimpses of your true self, your authentic interests and abilities. If you're struggling to remember, don't worry. Life has a way of burying those early memories under layers of adulthood. But here's a tip: talk to your family. Ask your parents, your siblings, or anyone who knew you well when you were young. What do they remember about you? What did you enjoy doing? Sometimes, they'll recall things you've long forgotten, like how you used to fill notebooks with doodles, or how you would hum tunes while playing with your toys. These memories are valuable clues, pointing you toward the creative passions that once lit up your life. But let's not stop there. Take some time to reflect on the things you loved to watch or read as a child. Were there any TV shows, books, or movies that really captured your imagination? The kinds of things that made you feel excited, inspired, or like anything was possible. Those are just as important as the activities you enjoyed. They can tell you a lot about the themes and ideas that resonate with you on a deeper level. Maybe you were drawn to stories about adventure, or perhaps you loved anything that involved fantasy and magic. Whatever it was, these interests are windows into your creative soul. Let's take a moment to reflect. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as a child again. Picture the things you used to love. Can you see it? Maybe it's the time you spent painting with watercolors, or the hours you devoted to writing little stories, even if they didn't make much sense. How did it feel back then? Was there a sense of excitement, of pure, unfiltered joy? That feeling is your guide. It's telling you what your soul truly loves. As adults, we often get caught up in the idea that creativity has to be productive, that it has to lead to something big or impressive. But that's not the case. Your artistic abilities don't need to be for anyone else but you. They don't have to fit into a box or meet anyone's expectations. They just need to bring you that sense of fulfillment, that connection to your inner self. So, how do you start? Begin by bringing those childhood interests back into your life. If you loved drawing, pick up a pencil again. If you enjoyed singing, let yourself belt out your favorite tunes, even if no one else is around. If you were always building things, find a creative project that lets you use your hands. The point isn't to be perfect, it's to play, to experiment, and to see where your creativity takes you. And remember, it's not just about doing what you used to do as a child. It's also about embracing that childlike wonder, the ability to find joy in simple things. You don't have to create a masterpiece. You just have to allow yourself to enjoy the process, to explore without pressure or judgment. That's where the real magic happens, when you give yourself permission to create for the pure joy of it. Maybe you've been hesitant to explore your artistic side because you feel like it's too late, or that you're not talented enough. But here's the truth: it's never too late to reconnect with your creative self. The child in you hasn't gone anywhere. They're still there, waiting for you to invite them back into your life. And when you do, you'll find that your artistic abilities have been waiting for you too, ready to come out and play. It's also important to remember that creativity isn't just about traditional art forms. It can be anything that makes you feel alive and connected to your true self. Maybe it's gardening or cooking, or even organizing your space in a way that brings you joy. Whatever it is, embrace it fully. Let it be your outlet, your way of expressing the beauty and complexity that's inside you. So, I encourage you to take this journey. Reconnect with the things that made you happy as a child, and see where they lead you now. It might feel a bit strange at first, but trust in the process. Let your inner child guide you, and allow yourself the freedom to create without judgment. Creativity is about more than just making things. It's about tapping into a part of yourself that's full of potential, joy, and wonder. It's about rediscovering the things that make you feel truly alive. So go ahead, pick up that paintbrush, sing that song, write that story. Do it for you, and no one else. Because when you do, you're not just creating art, you're reconnecting with your soul.